Attention feels like a currency. Somebody or something is always looking for your time and brain power. From never really being away from work to having the entire world at our fingertips, it gets extremely overwhelming and difficult to deal with. And it also feels like we can never relax. And for me, when life gets manic, movies are just a perfect escape. And that goes for so many other people. But when I try to watch a movie and relax, I just can't. I literally cannot stop thinking. My mind just goes everywhere and I can never really focus on the movie itself. I overthink whilst watching a movie and getting distracted becomes extremely easy. And I end up just looking at the movie and not watching it, and then I forget what the movie's about. It's just like this horrible cycle that I'm in. And my memory isn't incredible, so whenever I watch a movie, I try to treat it as my only time with the film. Similar to like an interaction with a friend, it's my only time having this conversation, my only time watching this movie, and I just want to make the most of it. It's definitely quite sad that I have to make a video about like attention span and how to not get distracted, but I know I'm not alone with this problem, and I'm not scared to admit that I have this problem. It's something I've definitely been struggling with, more so over the last few years, and I want to fix it, and I'm trying to fix it, and I'm going to give you some tips that I feel like will help both you and me. So my first bits of advice are kind of centered around your mindset. I think it's important to change your mindset when it comes to movies. It's an escapism and not something you're kind of like forcing yourself to do. Over the past few years, especially since I've started this channel, so many times I've just literally forced myself to watch something I was not in the mood for, and then I end up getting distracted, not focusing on the movie, and that's my problem. Why am I watching something I don't want to watch? I feel like with like Letterboxd and whatever else, there comes like this pressure to watch certain types of movies. You do not have to watch movies you do not want to watch. Simple, honestly. But I also think it's okay to admit that a movie isn't for you. It's also okay to watch a movie like halfway and just be like, I do not care about this movie at all, especially if it's a really long movie and you're like, I'm not enjoying this. It's fine. There's no set rule book. You can stop the movie. You can stop watching it. It's fine. Don't say you love something because like other people love it. Don't lie to yourself and actually watch what you want to watch. The next thing I think is really important to choose the correct environment. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed by outside noise, conversations, or like household activities. It just depends where you live. Like I live in an estate. It is mental. The dog downstairs goes crazy, and there have been so many times where I'm watching like a really key emotional moment in a movie and this dog just goes like blah, 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 blah. Drives me mental. So obviously sometimes it's out of your control. And if you can, go to the cinema. But I understand not everybody can afford that. Movies aren't great in the cinema at the moment either, so that's not really an option for everyone. But if you're at home and you're watching a movie, just try get comfortable, but don't get too comfortable because you might fall asleep. Sometimes people like to use headphones for like better sound quality, and it makes it easier to focus on dialogue and background details. So it's really, really, really important to choose the right environment, which will help you focus on a movie without getting distracted. Next, I know this is so generic, so cliche, just put away your phone. I am a demon for this. Sometimes I leave my laptop right beside me when I'm watching a movie and I'm like, I'm not really going to check my work emails. I'm not going to check my personal stuff. And like an hour into the movie, I'm like, what if I kind of like just quickly check my emails? And you know what happens? I stop looking at the movie. I start looking at my laptop and I hate it. It happens so much. And what's helped me a lot has been just to physically leave my things out of the room, leave them in the kitchen, leave them in the bedroom, and it makes such a difference. Because even though you say to yourself, I'm not going to be touching this phone, I'm not going to be touching this laptop, you will. Stop lying to yourself. I lie to myself all the time. Just put it away. Put it away, and yeah, it's fine. I think it works for me, and it's really, really important to just put your phone away. And if you're tempted to like check Instagram, Letterboxd, or whatever, just remind yourself that the movie deserves your full attention, and just pretend it's like you're going to the cinema. You wouldn't whip out a laptop in a cinema. You wouldn't whip out your phone in the cinema. Just treat watching a movie at home kind of like in a similar way. Works for me. It's been really, really helpful, and I think it will help you too. I think it's also important for people who are kind of like routine based, aka me, to set a specific time to watch a movie. Pick a time when you know you're not going to have like major interruptions. Like don't, I don't know, stick on a movie at like 12 o'clock and then you have things to do at 1, or you know you're going to get like a load of work emails at 1 o'clock. It's really important for me to just get everything done before I watch a movie. Like I'll do the washing, I'll do my work, go work out, blah, 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 and then I'll watch a movie. Because if I watch a movie and I have other things to do, I'll just think about them whilst watching a movie and it just distracts me. It's not good. So I think it's really important to set a specific time and let me, you know, if you want to be really specific, you can let people know that you're watching a movie. So you're like, don't disturb me. I don't know if that really is like for everybody, but maybe you live with roommates or something like that and you're like, do not disturb me, I'm watching a movie. That might help. And I think if it's possible, just try and make it into a habit. Set aside a specific time or day in your schedule for watching movies. And a therapist told me to do this once too, that you can put watching movies as a part of your to-do list and it like helps alter your mindset. But I don't know, that's just a me thing. I don't know. And it goes hand in hand with the next tip, which is to limit multitasking. Try not to do other activities while watching a movie, like eating messy food, working, or scrolling through your phone. I've basically covered this. I am an absolute demon for this, and I'm trying my best to just leave everything out. This is my time with the movie. This is probably going to be my only time watching a movie. Like, I don't rewatch loads and loads and loads of movies. Just give the movie your full attention if you can. And I think if you're watching the movie with other people, just encourage them to focus on the film instead of like talking too much or using their phone. But again, it depends on the vibes. It depends on the dynamic. If it's a movie you just want to chat through, but you're not going to be watching like, I don't know, Marriage Story and just kind of like yapping throughout it. Like, you know what I mean? You just read the room. I also think it's very important to pick the right movie for your mood. This is so important. Why are you watching The Green Mile when you're extremely tired and you know you're gonna be up super early in the morning and you have a lot on your mind? Like, why are you watching like a really depressing movie? If you need to be specific with the movies you pick at times. If you're feeling really tired and you feel like you're going to struggle with your attention span, don't watch something that's dialogue heavy. Just choose something that matches your energy level. Just watch a chill comedy. Watch something that's easy to watch. I've made an entire video how to pick a good movie and how to watch. Here, this is the video I'm talking about. If you're in the mood for something light, go for like a comedy or an action-packed movie. And if you're feeling really reflective, try like a drama. You know what I mean? Just pick the right movie for your mood. Also, a little bonus tip, if you're unsure, start with a movie that's 90 minutes long to keep your attention span engaged. 90-minute movies are like the perfect time for most cases. If you're just in the mood for a movie, you don't really know what to watch, stick on a 90-minute movie. Can't go wrong. Just can't go wrong. It's 90 minutes. It's an hour and a half that you're probably not going to regret. Well, I hope you don't regret it. If you do regret it, tell me what movie you regret. I'm curious. Another thing to help you kind of like engage and not get distracted whilst watching a movie, I think it's important to engage actively with the movie. For some people, this is exhausting and it's perfectly okay to not do this. I hate that I have like a mind that tries to always like actively engage with the movie. It's not good because I just can't switch off. It's great to switch off, but sometimes I think it's really good to actively engage with the movie. And what I mean by this is just kind of treat the movie like an experience. Pay attention to like the cinematography, the performances, the storytelling, and try watch a movie like a film critic. I know that sounds like a little bit pretentious, but you know what I mean. Like, look at the themes, notice like the director's choices, and think about how the movie made you feel. Like, reflect on the movie. If you enjoy like discussing movies, consider taking a mental or physical notes of interesting scenes or details to talk about later. I know some people who literally take notes as they write. It's just a way that helps them engage with the movie and they get more out of the film. And I respect that so much. I love doing it. I usually do it in my head, but sometimes when I'm making a video about a movie, I like take some notes down physically. It's really nice and it really does engage me with the movie. Massive tip. One of the most important tips, watch foreign movies. Because if you're watching foreign movies, you have to read the subtitles and you're realistically not going to be taking your eyes off the screen. Watch foreign movies. They will help you engage with the film so much. It will help with your distraction issues. And foreign movies are incredible. It's a whole world. Listen, I've made another video about this. Just trust me, foreign movies are the best for so many reasons, and it will help you with your attention span and you will not get distracted because you have to read all the subtitles. And finally, my last big tip, or whatever you want to call it, is to watch movies with intent. Before pressing play, just remind yourself why you chose this movie. Instead of just kind of like passively watching a movie and sticking something on and be like, yeah, it's whatever, I'm just going to watch this. Just watch it with intent. Think about why you're watching this. Again, this is if you really want to. Some people just want to sit down and watch a movie and scroll on their phone, and that's perfectly. But this video is for those who struggle with their attention span. They want to engage more with a movie. And I think if you watch something with intent and you kind of like reflect on your intention with a movie, I think it's great. If you don't know what your intention is, that's fine. It doesn't really matter at all. And here are some small little tiny weeny extra little tips for you. Avoid watching movies in short bursts. I know a lot of people, and I've heard a lot of people kind of like pause the movie a lot of times, or they kind of like rewind because they got distracted. Just don't do that. Try watching a movie fully through. Obviously, if you're watching something like The Brutalist, you're probably gonna need to pause and pee, but try avoid watching movies in short bursts. And my final tip is to make it a shared experience. If it works for you, if you enjoy watching a movie with somebody else, do that. If that helps with your attention span, sounds good to me. Or plan a family movie night or a friend movie night or a movie night with your partner, put everything away, get a little bit of popcorn, stick on a movie and watch it together, and obviously chuck away the phones and your laptop. What is this? Just chuck everything away. What am I doing with my hand? Just chuck everything away. You know what I mean? And my final tip, I thought the last tip was my final tip. It wasn't. This is the final tip. Avoid watching too many movies in one day. I am awful for this. I watched 3 movies the other day, and by the time I got to the final movie, I was getting tired. I was getting fatigue of watching movies. Just don't do it. You're realistically going to engage more with a movie if you just watch 1 or 2. Some people like to watch 4 or 5 movies. Hey, do you? But if you're really trying to engage and not get as distracted, just try watch 1 or 2 movies. It really makes a difference. Because binge watching too many movies back to back can make them blend together and reduce your appreciation for each one. It's important to give something your full attention, to get the most out of whatever you're watching, or just let your brain escape from the crazy, crazy world that we're living in. To just simply enjoy whatever you're doing, because why else do it? So those are my tips to help you stop getting distracted whilst watching movies. I am actively trying to engage with all these tips. They're working, and I just wanted to share them with you. Let me know, do you have any other tips that I might have forgotten? Let me know, do you struggle with focusing on movies? I think it's okay to admit this. I think it would be very difficult to not get distracted by things. And if you don't at all, then respect to you. But that's everything I have to say. Enjoy watching your movies, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.